downs as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Looking to throw on second down. Monroe. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw on second down, Monroe. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. On third down, Monroe. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They run. It's Kamara. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8. The Saints at 10-4 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind and the best.
He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. On first and 10, here's Carr. He completes it to Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still avoided the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend it as this game moves on.
After This will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft,
that's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara to the 27-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Working from the gun. It's Carr sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
His throw caught right around the 6. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The kicker just has to come up for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
He's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Carr will look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. So a sensational return there on special teams. A foot race, and he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And now out comes Houston. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
On 1st and 10, Monroe. And the throw left sideline here is caught with the one incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
The defender coordinator certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it. But he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down. Monroe escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Carr now on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Carr. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now a play fake. Carr. This is Smith with the ground. And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. On play action, it's Carr. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Traquan Smith, 23 yards for a touchdown. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And one certainly not be referred. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st down, Monroe. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Monroe. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out onto the field comes Traquan Smith and the rest of the offense.
Accomplish the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver.
Stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They run it again with Kamara. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Looking deep downfield. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Lutz to try to end the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with the touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Looking to throw. Monroe. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it in again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Monroe. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
On the return, Hardy. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're...
Quick slant here to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now in the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a 1st down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. 2 yards for loss there. Now 4th and 14. Going for it with Pierce. They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they do finally get him at the 12. 114 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Pierce. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Caught on the slant. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here's Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. Now he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we on now here in this fourth quarter.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Throwing on first down. Monroe. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Monroe. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. But at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? It really doesn't. They had to go and try.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add to this fourth quarter lead.
It's been a passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Looking to throw on second down. Monroe. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. But now defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Kamara up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On second down, Kamara. And he's got room.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Carr going to look to throw. Out to his left.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So this one a victory